Hello, hello, my friends. This is for Planes. And welcome back to Report Issue 7 of Xenonauts. And this time we immediately start off with actually finishing the base structure in Indochina, at which point I immediately add on a radar array, 2 runways, and living quarters. After that, right after, we get immediately hit by an alien invasion wave, which comes down mostly over Europe, so I get a large funding boost. And once that's done, it's time to go for the next ground mission thereabouts, I think already, because it actually came up pretty damn soon in this episode. So yeah, ground engagement fun time ahead. Actually, it was a pretty damn intense thing with the ground engagements and everything, because Aliens invasions were still like invasion craft in the air when I was going to the ground engagement, which meant that the Chinook is very, very vulnerable to aliens, so it was very much a gamble to go in that early, but we need the cash, so I really don't have much of a choice, do I? I hope you like the new editing style with like cut up live action more than usual. Although, unfortunately, halfway through the mission, the recording got corrupted, so I have to end it kind of on a cliffhanger. Anyhow, a civilian runs into the line of fire and gets kind of shot at a lot. And then shot at in return and misses and hits and yeah. Lots of shots. Took a lot more shots than I expected it to take. Bit of moving up in real time, and now we'll switch to time accelerated. This ground mission, it kind of went very well. Although not as well as it could have gone, I think. I don't remember. I recorded this a week ago, and the other ground mission yesterday, so you're going to get 2 ground missions in this video. I don't think we get any tech, yeah. It's a fairly short thing. But anyhow, most of these civilians actually hid inside the UFO, which, well, I have to cut it away. I decided not to storm. Yeah. Wait, like I usually did before with using sleeping gas and stuff. But actually by brute forcing with shotguns and stuff. Well, turned out a little bad. But not too bad. 2 people got injured, none died. So, I guess it's mostly fine. That's a lucky shot that missed our soldier. Normal moving up, and we get kind of unlucky that we didn't kill this here. That's why I need to take it around the UFO, which is actually something you will still see. And then recording glitched, so I don't know what happened. I really don't. Moving up is usually like these parts of the missions take forever usually, and they're not really interesting. Yeah, you see, at first I wanted to move around the UFO normally, but then I remembered, oh yeah, there's a Cesian behind the UFO. I better not ignore him. Bit of finicking around, because actually the hitbox and size of these UFOs are sometimes a bit unsure. The pling sound just now was someone getting distressed due to a psionic, which Cesians have lots of. Oh, we find him, and then this is the point. Yeah, you just saw, but the recording fwids and freaks out, so You'll have to take my word that the ground mission went to plan and everything. But as you see, we return from the ground mission, and I immediately go to check. We have a wounded, and I check on some other stuff. Meanwhile, the planes are still flying, and you'll see the one, like, part of it where it's red. Yeah, there. It's a wounded person. Sucks. But, well, that's what you get for not paying attention, I guess. Anyhow, we found the UFO. We tail it. Then we engage it. And then we return with our foxtrots. So yeah. And I guess I decide to airstrike the other mission because at the despawn time I check my troops again to see whom I put in for our wounded guy, and I decide for Lieutenant Anna Decker, who was on recovery time a long time. Now we go to the ground mission. Another one, I guess. And this one here was a fairly standard ground mission. It's a good thing if they are fairly standard ground missions, because that means none of my soldiers die. It's like in rocket science and space travel. If they say rocket ascent is nominal, it's actually the desirable thing. And if I say here ground missions running smoothly, then it means it's running like it should. None die. Like, none of my people die and everything. And that's a good thing. As you see, I've bunched up a lot of things. Sadly, the farmer here dies because of the civilian who's popping out the door. And I have a lot of real-time action in this, as you see. A lot of alien turns also. You can see this, like, in the top middle of the screen. There is the alien turn icon when the aliens are moving. So yeah. Lots of civilians on this map. And I have to be careful I don't have armor yet. And I'm probably not going to have armor until December or so. Because I'm not planning on getting hit. Probably the first thing I'll go for are weapons. Although I'm not sure. After stomping a bit on the civilian resistance, we move up again. I've cut out about 10 minutes of moving and searching here. On both sides. Because took forever, and you'll see the moving up here in real time. Oh yeah, here we stumble upon a civilian whom I actually forgot. He moves up in the alien turn and we shoot at him. That was I would say the second most exciting part of this ground mission, forgetting the civilian. Then it's time to close in on the UFO. After I moved up the route on the right flank and pushed up the middle flank. Left flank was pretty damn easy because the UFO's on the left side and everything. We go to a bit of time accelerated footage because it took forever to position my troops. I don't know if I will cut out... Oh yeah. Civilians popping out the door and we miss him. And lots of civilians are moving inside the UFO, which I haven't cut out this episode, as you see. It's the next alien turn already, and more civilians moving inside the UFO. And C4 blown up in front of the door, which I threw there to have an open door to shoot through. Sadly, that blows up Miss Decker's... No, it doesn't. I thought it blew up Miss Decker's gun, but it didn't. I really have to say it did pay off that on the people who were strong enough to carry a backup weapon, I took a shotty regardless of the primary they had, or a normal assault rifle if they had a shotty as primary, because that actually means if we storm UFOs or tight-quartered buildings, we can quickly switch to a shotgun and have close-quarters combat capabilities. And as you'll see, this will be coming in quite handy in the UFO today. I say as we start clearing out the entire UFO and getting shot at in return. Luckily, no one actually gets hit, because this time, unlike the previous one, I actually managed to pull on my troops in a way to pull up reaction fire and everything behind cover and stuff, so I don't get quite shot at that much. And as you see, we dispose of, I think, there were 4 civilians in the trunk of the UFO there. Quite good. Some of our shots were ridiculously good. Now we go to a bit of 4 times speed to kind of amend all the positioning that needs to be done, because that's actually quite boring, and you don't. It's a lot of effort to cut up all the positioning, even though it comes down to roughly the same amount of time that for you guys to look at. It's easier to put it on 400%. You see 2 civilians in the back, and it's actually quite hard to storm that without someone dying. So we open the door, and we throw in a stun grenade. And that's that, because now the civilians can choke on this in their turn, as you see. And then they will soon? You don't hear it here very well, but they kind of succumb to it, and we have 2 wounded people because some of them were wounded still. And that's that for the ground mission. This time went quite well. With the ground mission done, we get $198,400, almost enough to buy ourselves a new Foxtrot. So what you'll see me doing is I sell 2 alinium, and I relocate 1 aircraft somewhere else, or not. Yeah, I wait for the base in Indochina to get finished, and I relocate aircraft to China. And then I construct new one, a new Foxtrot with the money we have. We get a new UFO wave also in. And this one was half-half over America and over Europe. So over America I sadly can't do anything yet. Yeah. But over Europe I can. So we start to shoot down stuff. We airstrike the one in Greenland, because I think it's called Greenland, even though it's actually very icy there. Lol. But yeah. So we proceed and shoot down UFOs. I think we airstrike this one here too, yeah, because it's currently in the northern hemisphere and we have winters, so it's almost never day there. And at night time, the UFOs tend to see, or the aliens tend to see quite a lot further than me. You noticed over in the channel there was a fighter, so I ain't having any of that with my new Foxtrot Interceptor. Relocating another one to Indochina now that I have 2. And the next UFO wave comes in, and that's a fighter over America, and a scout over America. And yeah, the alien UFO wave becomes worse and worse, so I really do need to step up my air game. So any like spoils in terms of materials and stuff immediately go to Foxtrot production, and to getting at least 2 Condors each base. We have our next ground mission already available, as you see, and that also marks the end of this episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I guess I'll see you in another video. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.